Hey guys, this is our August 2025 Kook of the Month video about a former insurance agent who will now spend 50 months in jail for defrauding a premium finance company to the tune of $3.7 million. Guys, remember, if you like my channel, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you're made aware of any future videos that I release. As I said in previous videos about the Kook of the Month, it's not always a policyholder, it's not always an insurance carrier. In a lot of cases, it's a producing agency or agent who thinks they have a great idea to defraud and make extra money on whether it's collecting premiums and not paying them to the insurance company, or in this case, it's about an agent who set up fraudulent and fake premium finance loan agreements and was funded $3.7 million to her trust account by a premium finance company on loans that should have never existed. So policies that were never placed, premiums that were never required to be paid. So if you're unsure or if you're not familiar with premium financing, in some cases, in California, it's pretty common because there are lots of carriers in the surplus lines market or the excess and surplus, otherwise known as non-admitted carriers, or even companies that you place that don't do their own direct billing. So there are carriers that are policies that we write with carriers that do not direct bill. And when they don't direct bill, the policy is set up on what's called an agency bill. And in a lot of cases, those agency bills are due within 30 days of placement of the policy in full, less the agency's commission, and has to be in the office of the insurance company within 30 days. They don't set up billing. They require the full payment. Well, what happens in the case when the insured or the client cannot pay the premium in full, right? That happens pretty often. So what happens is that we get a third-party premium finance company involved. A premium finance company is in the business of funding insurance loans on a short-term basis. They don't require credit checks or any financial underwriting. It's basically a guaranteed loan. They do carry high interest rates. We'd like to tell our customers that every time. But the producing agent will collect a certain percentage down. Usually the percentage is the minimum earned premium. In a lot of cases, it's 25% of the pure premium, 25% of the state tax, 25% of the surplus line stamping fee, and then whatever fully earned fees, inspection fees, carrier fees, broker fees are due. They'll collect that, and then the balance will be set to a premium finance company to fund the difference and then set up the insured on payments. In our case, and in a lot of cases, what happens is that we collect the first payment and then we retain our commission and then we forward those funds to the insurance company or the wholesaler or the managing general agent. And then the balance comes from the premium finance company directly to that wholesaler, insurance company, or managing general agent. Well, in this case, AFCO, who was AFCO, who was the premium finance company, funded this agent's trust account. And the agent was responsible to forward those funds to the insurance company. The problem was there was no policies. So let me read you a little bit here. Formerly licensed insurance agent Tanya Van Roy, 59 years old, who currently resides in Las Vegas, but operated an insurance agency based in Northridge, California, was sentenced to 50 months in prison today on one federal count of wire fraud after a Department of Insurance investigation revealed that she had stolen more than $3.7 million from a premium finance company named AFCO Credit Corporation. The investigation was initiated after the department received a complaint from AFCO, which alleged that Van Roy had committed insurance premium financing fraud on the company. The complaint alleged Van Roy, through her insurance agency, submitted fictitious loan applications through AFCO's loan system, which prompted the company to send premium funding payments to Van Roy. The investigation revealed from January of 2021 through December of 2023, Van Roy created and submitted dozens of fraudulent finance agreement forms to AFCO. These fraudulent finance agreement forms deceived AFCO into believing Van Roy had sold insurance policies to her clients and that those clients were applying for a loan from AFCO to pay the premiums for those policies. As I mentioned before, that's how it works. AFCO approved the loans noted on the fraudulent finance agreement forms and then deposited those proceeds into Van Roy's trust account via electronic funds transfer. AFCO believed Van Roy would forward the loan proceeds to the insurance company noted on the loan application. Unbeknownst to AFCO, almost all of the information noted on the fraudulent finance agreements were false. For example, the forms contained fictitious insurance policy numbers as well as forged signatures from the clients. In addition, the forms noted a total of only 2 different addresses for dozens of different insureds. I guess that's probably how they were tipped off. I'm surprised they weren't tipped off before it got this far along. Unbelievable. In total, Van Roy received approximately $3.7 million in stolen payments from AFCO as a result of all the fraudulent finance agreement forms she submitted to AFCO. Van Roy then used the stolen money to purchase extravagant items for herself and her family members. Since the AFCO loans required repayment within 1 year, some of the initial loans were repaid by Van Roy. However, the initial fraudulent loans were repaid with the funds Van Roy received from the subsequent loans, similar to a pattern seen in a Ponzi scheme. If you've seen the Bernie Madoff scandal or any other large or small Ponzi scheme, that's how it works. You're robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? After accounting for Van Roy's repayment and some of the initial fraudulent loans, she currently owes AFCO $1.8 million. So that's that. 50 months in prison for stealing money. It's crazy. But this is the type of stuff we see. Tanya Van Roy should be ashamed of herself. People trust insurance companies or insurance agents to place business on their behalf. If you're doing business with a premium finance company, they trust you to do things the right way. Same with an insurance company. She's going to spend a long time in prison. She owes a lot of money back, and she'll obviously never serve again as an insurance agent. Anyway, this is our Kook of the Month for August of 2025. Guys, remember, if you like these videos, if you like our channel, throw me a thumbs up, comment, hit the notification bell, subscribe so that you're made aware of any future videos that I release. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in another one soon.